Potential. We all have it, but sometimes it's so hard to see it. And at other times, it's so crystal clear, so obvious that it's impossible to miss. Sometimes we realise our potential, and sometimes we squander it. But the most amazing thing about potential is when you see it in others. When you see that spark, that talent, that ambition. Because that's what makes you start to believe. And when you believe in the potential of others, you want to help. And when you start to help others, they start to believe as well. Believe in themselves, in their potential. And when that happens, when someone believes in their own potential, they become strong. Strong enough to make a change that they never thought was possible. A change that will drastically improve their lives forever. The next 17 minutes is the story of our belief in the potential of the people we have worked with this year. The potential of our 6 social projects, our amazing support network and 63 dedicated members to make a difference in those people's lives. Individually, we are just students, but together, we are Enactus Edinburgh.
Agnes, and joining me today are
Emily, Sarah,
Nicolette,
Alina, and May.
Today, more than ever, we're proud to share with you what we have done and continue to do for our beneficiaries, starting with our 2 international projects.
Palma, our insect repellent soap enterprise in the Dominican Republic, is now in its 2nd year. After last year's success, we have partnered with Children of the Nations to franchise our enterprise to a 2nd location. This summer, we will work with 4 trainee teachers, giving them the skills to make and sell insect repellent soap, generating them an income and providing their entire community with an affordable sanitation solution.
Using the experience we gained through launching Palma last year, we actively sought out new opportunities to expand our international portfolio and grow our impact across the developing world.
Today, we want to tell you about our brand new international project, Fog Catcher.
Water. It represents the very essence of life. Yet every day they waste it without a second thought, whilst 1.2 billion people in the developing world have no access to clean water. While we are getting an education, girls our age are walking miles every day to collect water. They lose precious time gathering water that is dirty and unsafe to drink, jeopardizing their education and putting them all at risk of deadly waterborne diseases. In these communities, people are losing hope, but it doesn't have to be like this.
I spent time volunteering in Morocco and saw this firsthand. The Berber communities living in the mountains of Morocco suffer from droughts, insufficient water management, and a great anxiety to a sustained lack of access to water. After seeing the daily struggles of these locals, we were driven to use Enactus as a platform to create a sustainable solution for their needs.
We knew that our team could help, so this year we partnered with the local charity, ACTED. They helped us identify 2 beneficiaries, one of whom is Norden, who told us about the situation in his local area.
ما كاينش الماء بزاف في اليوم والأغلبية الصيف كيوقع الجفاف ما كيكونش الماء وأغلبية السكان اللي في المنطقة فقراء وكلهم ما عندهمش دخل من شي جهة ولا شي دعم ولا شي وظيفة.
After hearing the stories of these locals, we could not be more determined to find an effective solution for them.
After extensive research, we found that the solution was right there in front of them. These communities are situated in the mountainous areas of Chefchaouen, Morocco, where there are high levels of fog and humidity.
Using entrepreneurial action, our team of engineers designed an innovative fog catching system to meet all of the community's needs. By extracting fog from the atmosphere through condensation, water is captured on a mesh, which is then passed through a custom-built filtering system, converting it into clean drinking water.
To test the feasibility of the fog collection system, our partners in Chefchaouen built a working prototype of the system using locally sourced materials. 2 of our team members flew out to the region to help improve the design on the ground.
when we visited the community, we were able to do more than just that. We were able to build an additional 3 new fog catching systems. We taught Northern and Hussein how to build and maintain the systems, and I got to witness the first water collected from our new solution as it started providing water to their community.
By receiving a microfinance loan of £44, our entrepreneurs can buy all the materials necessary to launch their business. They can now sell the water collected in their local community and use 20% of their profit to repay the loan within 7 months.
This will earn our entrepreneurs an average of £40 per month, increasing their income by over 100%, which will take both Northern and Hussein's families above the poverty line.
وكشكر مرة أخرى جامعة Enactus الاهتمام بهذا المنطقة هذه اللي فيها الفقر، وهي أفقر جامعة اللي كانت في المستوى، واللي جات تشوف هذا البروجي هذايا جاب لنا لفائدة هذا السكان هذا اللي كيعاني من أزمة الماء. مرة أخرى شكرا بزاف Enactus.
This year, we have enabled 2 individuals to create and run their own fog catcher business. Each fog catcher can collect an average of 200 liters of water per day, which means that our 6 fog catchers can provide water to 30 households. Our entrepreneurs can now invest in their families' futures and provide access to clean, affordable water, improving the livelihoods of 150 community members.
Whilst we are tackling needs globally, our team is strongly focused on impacting people in our local community. We'd now like to share with you some of the projects that we run in Edinburgh, starting with Slur.
When you're 18 years old, you're trying to find your place in the world, trying to figure out who you want to be and what you want to do. Imagine trying to do that with no family to support you, no job or qualifications, no money, and no roof over your head.
This is the reality for more than 6,000 16 to 25-year-olds living in Edinburgh. This was the reality for Holly, who'd been homeless for more than 5 months when we first met her, sleeping on friends' couches and relying on the generosity of others to survive. With little qualification or chance at employment, Holly's future looked bleak.
We met Holly and our 3 other beneficiaries, Tilly, Adji and Chelsea, through our project partner, the Rock Trust, an Edinburgh charity combating homelessness. We conducted a thorough needs assessment through interviews with our project partner and found that these young people were trapped. With no work experience, they had little hope of employment.
To give our 4 beneficiaries the vital skills and experience they needed, we introduced them to Slur. Slur is our most established project, which provides skills and work experience through the running of a soup-selling enterprise. We meet with our beneficiaries twice a week for a total of 10 sessions.
Through the programme, they gain transferable skills as we teach them about stock management, customer service, marketing and sales. They learn how to cook, transport and sell our delicious soup to students across the university campus. We also help our beneficiaries transition into employment by providing workshops in CV writing and interview practice. We monitor their progress with regular assessment.
As well as addressing the problem of homelessness, we were also driven to tackle the issue of food waste. We collaborated with Tesco to join their food waste project, Fair Share. This gave us access to unsold and surplus food from their supermarkets that would otherwise be thrown away.
What does this mean? We have saved food while simultaneously reducing our costs and increasing our profits. We have used approximately 160 kilograms of surplus food this year. That's the average food and vegetable waste of 15 households.
This year, Slurp has provided over 150 hours of work experience, and a portion of the profits raised goes directly to our beneficiaries. Our increased revenue means we can give each beneficiary over £200. They receive this money at the end of the programme for expenses relating to entering the workforce, such as qualifications or professional attire for job interviews.
2 of our beneficiaries are still completing the programme, but this year we've empowered Holly and Chelsea to achieve their desired outcomes and unlock their potential. We are delighted to say that Holly was able to secure a job in retail. Holly used the CV we helped her design to apply for a job, used Slut in her interview as relevant experience, and used the money she earned from Slut to buy clothes for her interview.
Whilst Chelsea was able to use the business skills she learned to pilot her own cupcake store. She'd always dreamed of running her own business, and through the experience she gained, Slurp helped her start making that dream a reality.
This year, we have sold 300 cups of soup, generating a revenue of £600. But what means more to us is the impact that this has on our beneficiaries. We are proud to say that this year we have directly impacted 2 individuals and empowered 2 more. In just 3 short years, we have achieved so much with Slurp, but this is just the beginning. Every day, the potential we see in Slurp inspires us to do more and change more lives.
Slurp has been a massive success, but we realized it would not be suitable for some of the other people we desperately want to help.
For many, being a parent is the most rewarding job in the world. But for over 500,000 unemployed single mothers in the UK alone, supporting a family and raising children whilst trying to find employment is a daily struggle.
Through our needs assessment with our project partner, Women Onto Work, we learned about some of the issues their service users face. Take Rosie, a single mother of 3 boys. Rosie had always been passionate about arts and crafts. However, after having her first son at a young age, her dreams of starting her own business were pushed aside. She had been unemployed for more than 6 years with no stable income. She told us she lacked the skills, finances, and confidence to start an independent business.
To address these needs, last year we founded the Edinburgh Candle Company. A candle-selling enterprise has empowered 15 women to become entrepreneurs in their own right. In just 2 years, the company has sold over 800 soy wax candles, generating a revenue of over £5,000.
Through the Edinburgh Candle Company, we can provide women like Rosie with business and employability skills, as well as an income from home.
To ensure that all of our beneficiaries can access our skills workshops at a time and location convenient to them, this year we introduced online learning. Our e-learning workshops cover business skills such as accounting, marketing, and sales. For Rosie, online learning means that issues like time and location are no longer barriers for her to gain the skills that she needs to start her own business.
Our workshops give the women the skills and confidence to make and sell candles at markets, online, and independently. We provide a microfinance loan, which our beneficiaries use to purchase all the equipment necessary to make the soy wax candles from home. Each beneficiary makes at least 10 candles per week, earning a weekly minimum of £30.
This year, our entrepreneurs helped redesign the candles to widen their appeal, while maintaining soy wax from our previous model. The soy wax we use has 0 carbon emissions and lasts 3 times longer than standard paraffin wax. Our new premium design sells at a higher retail price point, increasing our profit margin by 50%.
We track our impact on the women by measuring increases in confidence and soft skills using a regular skills audit. We also measure increases in income and improvements in quality of life by comparing final interviews and questionnaires to our baseline needs assessment.
This year, we have ensured the sustainability of our business, forming contracts to sell our candles with 2 independent retailers in the city of Edinburgh and our student union buildings.
But we took this one step further. We have secured an agreement to stock our candles on the shelves of national retailers, Boots, and Marks & Spencer in the Scottish town of Falkirk.
But what matters most to the Edinburgh Candle Company is the impact that our program has on our entrepreneurs.
For Rosie, the profitability of the candles meant a 50% increase in her income. The confidence she has gained through the program, combined with the income and business knowledge she learned, has made her dream attainable. And we are proud to say that she has now been empowered to start her very own craft business.
But Rosie is just one of the 5 women we've worked with this year. Maria, one of our other beneficiaries, used the skills that we gave her to start her very own cosmetics business. We are thrilled that Maria is now able to contact potential retailers and negotiate contracts to sell her products.
In just 7 months, we have sold over 300 candles, earning a revenue of over £1,800. This means that each woman will gain an average of £300 from the program. But this has meant so much more to our beneficiaries.
We have empowered 5 women to gain transferable skills and a stable source of income, whilst having the flexibility of working from home.
The Edinburgh Candle Company is yet another example of the importance of investing our belief and and confidence in unlocking the potential of our beneficiaries and empowering them to change their lives.
We are proud of all of our social enterprises, so we'd like to share the highlights of our other amazing social projects.
Our local education programme, Citrus Saturday, has directly impacted 15 school students, transferring skills, increasing confidence, and teaching them the value of social business.
Our cleaning company, Helping Hands, has provided employment opportunities to 4 individuals. This year, our beneficiary Victoria used the skills that we gave her to secure a part-time job. The demand for Helping Hands services is growing, and next year we hope to work with 15 beneficiaries.
Our 4 local projects are supporting individuals across Edinburgh, whilst our 2 international enterprises are tackling global needs for sanitation and access to clean water.
This year, our 6 enterprises have generated a revenue of over £10,000, directly impacting 22 people and empowered 8 individuals.
All of this was made possible by our 63 dedicated team members. Individually, we're just students, but together we are
Enactus Edinburgh. We will now begin the Q&A process. Judges, if you can raise your hands.
Hello there. Congratulations, Dan Marsh, AIG. If you'll forgive the pun, my question is about the fog catcher and caught the imagination. The question is about the applicability and the scale. So obviously this was specific to a mountain region in Morocco. How big could this project get potentially, or is it only a very small community that could really benefit from it?
So we have done a lot of research on this and contacted meteorologists and topographers, and the regions in the world that suffer from water scarcity are actually regions that have a suitable climate for fog harvesting. So this has great scale, and we're currently in the process of partnering with charities in 7 different countries, and going to implement this project in 3 other villages in Morocco as well. So it's definitely very scalable.
Hi, it's Jo from IHG. As you obviously only just visited in March, what has been the actual impact in terms of the commercial side for the entrepreneur?
For fog catcher, yeah. So because the community in which we operate is located in a very remote area in the mountains of Morocco, we currently don't have the latest updates on how much exactly they've collected and sold. But based on the water that was collected when we were there, they should have collected around 3,000 litres of water, so for a period of a week and a half, 2 weeks. And we're having fortnightly calls with our project partners, so within the next few days we'll know exactly the exact figures for this.
Hi, Peter Holbrook from Social Enterprise UK. You've sold 300 portions of soup, I understand. There are 33,000 students at Edinburgh. Is it a supply challenge or a demand challenge that's limited the number of servings you've been able to provide over the last year?
I think it's a little bit of a combination. I know it's quite a small scale at the moment, but we have big plans to scale. We're in the process of looking into buying a cargo bike so we can increase our brand recognition and increase more repeat business. We're also looking into developing contracts with small local cafes and shops around Edinburgh so we can increase our business-to-business sales. So it's definitely going to scale in the next year or 2.
Matthew Robertson from Accenture. For each of these programs, could you just give a brief thumbnail of the typical balance of responsibilities between Enactus Edinburgh and your project partners?
So for Fog Catcher, because we can't be on the ground 24/7, our partner charity are the ones who provide support to our beneficiaries, with our help of course. They also monitor and evaluate the impact of the project, the training and the finances. And they're also responsible for facilitating the payment of the microfinance loan between us and our beneficiaries. And we just, we have fortnightly calls with our project partner, and we complete evaluation reports as well. So that's what we do.
For SLEP, our project partner, the Rock Trust, help us a lot with when we monitor our progress of our beneficiaries. They help us with that. We run most of the stores ourselves. They're not very involved with that, but when we do run our stores, we are only there to kind of give support to our beneficiaries. It is largely the beneficiaries that are running the show.
For Palma, our Children of the Nations primarily is referring us to beneficiaries. Also because they have an office in the regions that we're working with, they're helping us with communication and internet so that our beneficiaries can access the internet and communicate with us.
For the Edinburgh Candle Company, we partner with our partner charities, help us identify beneficiaries. And we currently work with 3, so the Dean Common Trust, the Bethany, and the Women Onto Work, and they help us identify on a wide range of demographics of women that we can speak to join our program.
That's Stacey Adams, Rally International. Question about the Edinburgh Candle Company. It's a really competitive but a very lucrative market. How do you quality assure and ensure the product is competitive on the store, on the shop front?
We redesigned the candle based on advice we were given by our business advisors. Also, with the contracts we have with our retailers, we also discussed how to price our candles, and therefore we think our candles are quite competitive because they're environmentally sustainable. They're soy wax candles. They appeal to a wide range of consumers who are more socially conscious as well, because they are on our candle box there is details of the social enterprise that
Your time has expired. Please join me in